I know, I just woke up. Hello, everyone. My name is Hector. This is Everything Horror, where we talk about everything horror. Today, I want to talk about It Chapter 2. Yes, it's finally out. I've been waiting for this film for a very long time. I loved It Chapter 1, it's one of my favorites. If you don't know, It Chapter 2 takes place after It Chapter 1, of course. It is the Losers Club, all grown up, back after 27 years because Pennywise the Clown, is back and they need to stop him again. Overall, I liked It Chapter 2. There are some negatives that I'm going to get into this video. But I just want to let you guys know I enjoyed my time watching the film. I think you'll enjoy yours as well. If you really liked It Chapter 1, you'll really like It Chapter 2. Um, but first, let's start off with the positives. I really loved the acting. The acting was pitch perfect. The casting was pitch perfect. Holy crap. Eddie, the guy that plays Eddie, wow. He looks just like the kid version. It's freaking weird. It was really trippy. It, it boggled my mind every time he was on screen. And he really picked up on the mannerisms of the child actor. So it really did feel like that was Eddie grown up. It was really trippy. James McAvoy, awesome as always. He always brings it. Jessica Chastain always brings it. She was really good. Bill Hader, he was awesome. He was hilarious. Definitely Richie. Stanley was good. Mike was excellent. I thought the casting overall was amazing. Everything you could ask for this film. This movie felt truly episodic. It was definitely an event movie like Avengers earlier this year. It's one of those movies that you just have to go out and see. It has that vibe. Everybody was excited. You could feel the excitement in the room once you walked into the theater. Skarsgård, he is awesome as Pennywise. He brings it again. He's so creepy, he's scary, he's everything rolled up into one. He was really, really good. The movie looks great. It looks crisp. There's some awesome set pieces. The carnival comes to mind. And the sound. I watched the movie in Dolby Digital. Now, let me get into some negatives. I thought the pacing was a little bit off. There, a lot of the film almost felt like a collection of scenes. They didn't really run them well together. And I know Andy Muschietti said that he has like an hour and a half or something along that line to the movie that they cut out. And it does feel like there are parts missing. But I feel like the film could have done without the young losers. All those flashbacks, I think it could have done without. That's my personal thinking, and I thought without those, with that not being there, the pacing would actually benefit from that. Because it was just like present day, flashback, present day, flashback, present day, flashback, present day, flashback. It was that over and over and over again. And the CGI that they used on the young actors, because they're growing up, they're not going to stay looking the same forever. So the CGI that they used on them really takes you out of the movie, especially on Ben. He was the one that it was just right there in my face. Too much uncanny valley for that. His face looked too smooth. And it was a little bit off-putting when it shouldn't have been because the scenes were supposed to be heartfelt. Him, you could really notice. Richie, you could really notice. Those were the only two that you could really see, and it's probably because they grew up the fastest. Finn Wolfhard, he just had a huge growth spurt, so it's very understandable that they try to do that, but it just it took you out of the movie. And what would have been an easy fix was probably minimizing the amount of flashbacks. And that probably would have cut down on the runtime. That's the main negative with the film. It's just way too long. Yeah, you could feel it. You do still enjoy watching the film, but you can feel it. You can feel like, okay, let's wrap it up. And especially at the end, you really feel, okay, let's wrap it up, because it just feels like it just drags and drags and drags. And I don't mean that too much as a negative. That's just like the last 15 minutes of the film, the last 10 minutes. When you watch the film, if you haven't watched it already, you'll know what I'm talking about, because you think it's gonna end, and then it goes, and then you think it's gonna end, and then it keeps going. So when you start noticing, the time, that equates to a negative in the film. That's my main negatives. I thought they used a proper amount of Pennywise, and I know a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, this is, there's not much of Pennywise." The movie is called It. Okay, the monster, it shapeshifts and turns into different creatures. Yeah, it does, like being Pennywise, because that's the most endearing creature that it could be. But it's it. It's a creature that shapeshifts. It's not just called Pennywise. It's not Pennywise Chapter 2. It's It Chapter 2. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really see that as a negative. I thought there was a proper amount of Pennywise. Bill Skarsgård, he is amazing as Pennywise. Yeah, that is my overall thoughts. If I was to grade this film, I would give it a solid B. I thought I did enjoy my time. Yeah, the movie did drag on a little bit, but I enjoyed my time. I enjoyed everything about it. It was an event film, and to me, it fulfilled pretty much everything that I wanted in the movie. Maybe it gave a little bit too much, but I feel satisfied. Anyways, I do want to go into a little bit of spoilers. So if you haven't seen the film, go ahead and click off of this video. And then whenever you do finish watching, and then whenever you do go and watch It Chapter 2, go ahead and come back and go over some spoilers with me. Anyway, so if you haven't seen It Chapter 2, this is where you would be off of my video. Anyways, so let's get into the meat and potatoes. I love the kills in this film. The kills were pretty vicious. The beginning, I started hearing the audiobook about 3 weeks ago. Not enough time. That audiobook is like 44 hours. It was crazy. I didn't get to finish it, but I got to more than halfway. I got to when, the Losers Club joins back again as adults. So that's where I got up to. So I heard or read most of the first half, and in the first half they do tackle the first death scene in this movie, and it's pretty much everything that I pictured. I thought they did it down to the T. And Pennywise, man, when he just bites that guy's side and just chomps on him, it's just freaking crazy. It was insane watching that. And I thought this film really did well with that. I did feel like a sense of dread whenever, Pennywise was around. Especially if it was at night and around children. when that little girl with that birthmark on her face, poor little girl, oh my gosh. When she's right there getting close to Pennywise, I was just like, no, little girl, no. It was just, it did very well with, giving that sense of dread. There's some awesome scenes. I feel like I need to rewatch this film again, just so I can look at every little thing. I know Andy Muschietti was in the background of the pharmacy scene when Ed goes to the pharmacy. I caught him right away. I saw. So I want to see, other Easter eggs that they laid throughout the film, and I bet there's a lot. There's probably going to be tons of videos coming out on YouTube. Things you missed in It Chapter 2. I loved what they did with Mike's character. I know they didn't give him a lot to shine in Chapter 1. Although I do think in It Chapter 1, he did have some good scenes. but they really made up for it in It Chapter 2. Especially with the ending, he's the one who puts his hand into it and then takes out its heart. I thought that was really great. And man, it was sad when Eddie died. I actually felt a lot for him. I thought he was gonna die earlier when Henry Bowers, I thought that the guy that played him a little bit too insane. Didn't really look like him. That's the only casting that that seemed kind of But yeah, when he stabs the side of his face right into his cheek, I was like, what? That was pretty insane. That was very well done. They did very well with adding comedy into the film. I thought so. Although there was one scene that took me out of the movie with when Ed again, he's with the leper and it throws up on him and then it plays "You're My Angel," that song. It kind of took me out of it, but I don't know. It reminded me a lot of It Chapter 1 with the New Kids on the Block. With the New Kids on the Block song playing. But yeah, I really enjoyed the ending, although it did drag on a little bit. And if you know what I'm talking about, going to the river, and then they're walking down the street. And I think it would have been perfect if when they look in the reflection and they see their younger selves, that was the end. But no, I know it just keeps going and going. So and that was the thing I was talking about. Overall, I really enjoyed It Chapter 2. Let me know, what are your thoughts down below? Did you like the film? Did you not like it? Please let me know down below. And then, if you can, please give this video a like if you liked it. And subscribe, because there's going to be more videos like this in the up and up. Anyways, my name is Hector. This is Everything Horror. Take care, peeps.